Howdy.
Yo,
The sun is in my eyes.
I know. I've been seeing it like for the past like half hour. I'm like, dude, are you okay?
Welcome to episode 62 of Cool Ranch Corner. We're titling this Haircuts and Earthquakes because got a fresh haircut and California had a crazy earthquake, but we'll talk about that stuff later. Let's get into this week's updates. You got anything, Chris?
So I have another new addiction.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now because I just saw it for the first time.
I got
Bro's
like
drinking
I got like
milkshakes.
I got like 12 of
Those are
these, bro.
literal milkshakes.
They're so good though, dude.
I used to like the mocha ones.
I don't know, man. I mean, like, I don't like the flavor of coffee, right? Those don't taste like coffee, right?
Yeah, no, it
Uh,
tastes like a vanilla shake.
it doesn't. Like, I know you're joking,
Coffee
but
vanilla.
it's really good. But God, they're expensive, man. They're
Yeah,
expensive.
I was
Um,
gonna say, dude, Starbucks, man, they've been getting a lot of flack lately for raising their prices. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I drink local coffee if I ever do.
Chipotle raised
Otherwise,
their
how do you
prices.
feel,
Did you
baby?
see that? Did you see Chipotle raised their prices?
2%. Yeah. Did you? I tweeted about it and I said most food chains don't tell you beforehand. I'm still eating Chipotle, I
Yeah.
got like 8 likes or something. Nothing crazy, but
I was surprised to see that people weren't too pissed off about it because I was expecting to see when people being like, "Oh my God, this is ridiculous! You have to pay even more money for the food, and you barely get anything else. Like you don't get more food. You get the same
dude.
amount, sometimes even less, right?"
And people act like Chipotle doesn't. I mean, because there was the whole portion thing, and
Hmm.
what I read is that was actually like that. It was like the McDonald's situation and the founder when basically what happened is like they expand super fast to the point where they can't really maintain the level of quality across all of them, and so what was happening is these these whatever franchised freaking Chipotle locations, um, especially in states like California and stuff, where inflations get even crazier and stuff like that. The person who owns the Chipotle is like, hey, take it easy with that queso and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they're being stingy, they're being
Right.
greedy. And so Chipotle's like, no, a full. This is a serving. You know what I mean? They basically had to tell all the chains like, this is a serving. Stop under like, stop giving smaller portions to save money, you greedy bastards. You're hurting the whole brand. And so, the last couple times I went to Chipotle, I literally had to like take a break because they gave me so much fucking food. So the people who are like, "Oh, Chipotle's overpriced," the quality is good. The amount of food you get is good. If you would rather eat fucking McDonald's cheeseburgers from the dollar menu because you're a I don't know,
He's trying
a
to find
sloppy
some
piece of
kind of
shit.
word, yeah.
Yeah, a cheapskate. Go for it. I'm gonna keep eating my Chipotle. More for me. Um, I get heated about Chipotle because I
I
love that
know.
shit. I love Chipotle, man. It's probably my favorite. Like that's like my dream thing is to do a
Uh,
commercial for Chipotle
you,
someday.
you know what I think is so stupid? And this is not. It's not about Chipotle. It's just about like a different Mexican food chain that you also like. It's Taco Bell. So it's so dumb that a quesadilla I think is like $5, right? You get a stacker, which is the same thing but with nacho cheese, and it's like half the price. What the heck? Like it's the same size. There's like a
It's
different.
not.
It is the same size, dude.
It's one tortilla instead of two. Or no, actually, it's a smaller tortilla. Is
Maybe
what I
that's what
read.
it is. But to
Yeah,
me, it's like I
and it's
that's
just cheese. The other
that's
one they give you like, oh no, it's
no,
beef, right?
it's you get beef, yeah. Why?
Do you
Why?
like their beef?
I get it with no
You get it
beef.
without?
Yeah.
I've always liked their beef, even though it's supposedly like half like
Sand. Yeah. Uh,
plastic and sand.
yeah. No, but that's the thing. So
This shit
like
good.
the cheesy roll up, for example, totally get why that would be like $1 or however much it is, right?
Yeah,
But like the fact that it's I think a smaller tortilla, which is probably not that big of a deal. Like it's probably not a huge difference. Makes it half the price is crazy, especially if it's supposed to have beef on it. Shouldn't it cost more?
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I definitely well the quesadilla comes with that like that really good chicken, dude. The cantina chicken quesadilla, holy shit! Because that's that slow roasted chicken. It's not like the normal chicken. That shit's good. Um, but yeah, no, I've always thought Taco Bell had like the best value.
Yeah.
Like they really like kept up with inflation, and
Except their
it's all
app sucks. Their app is awful, dude. I can't
issues with their app.
I can't order off their app, man. It says transaction forbidden, and I can't change my payment method because I think it's what's going on, and it doesn't fix it. Like I can't even open up that part of
You
the
know what I think it is?
what?
Android.
Holy crap, you might be right. You
Yeah.
might be right.
Apple Pay's a breeze, baby.
Well, I'm gonna try downloading it on the iPhone then, and then see if that does it. That's actually a good point.
Yeah, for those of you wondering why he has two phones, because he handles my uploads for YouTube and stuff. So we
Yeah,
do everything through iPhone to keep it seamless. Which iPhone is it? I don't even remember which one we got you for that.
I think is it 12? Let me see. I think it's a 12.
So now that you've been using the Apple iOS for a while, what do you think of it,
That
like
sucks
compared to
balls,
Android?
dude.
You don't like it?
I hate iPhone, dude.
I think it's so clean. I never have issues with it.
It's an iPhone 12.
I remember when I had an Android, that shit would just shut off on me, bro. But that was so long ago.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the old Android. I remember one of the first ones that I got, I killed it. Like I literally killed it
Yeah, that happened to me too, remember?
because I was playing Zombie Cafe or whatever it was, like way too
Oh,
much.
Zombie Cafe,
And it
man.
would
It's such
drain
a
my
shame that
battery.
they didn't.
It was a
That
cool
was such
concept for a video game. They had really
a
really
really
cool.
fun,
Yeah.
like idle game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Zombie
Zo-
Cafe.
Zombie Cafe, yeah. I think they made a Zombie Cafe too, didn't they? I think they did.
No,
I
I
don't
think that company either like got bought by 2 Cent and started making like other stuff, or I don't know.
know. But
They
yeah,
just gave up.
I don't know. I just my Galaxy is bigger and it's more used to the keyboard, and then the keyboard in here I don't like the format of it and stuff like that. It's like the biggest thing. I hate that. And then also
Yeah.
it says that YouTube is using like half the storage on the phone, and there's no way to just like clear the cache. Which
You
is
know why
weird.
that is? That's because you have when you schedule things on there, I think it like holds space for it until
32
it's.
gigs worth of scheduled
No,
stuff.
that's weird. That's
Yeah,
definitely weird. That's not normal.
yeah. That's
Let me
why.
see how much space YouTube's taking up on my phone.
But if I and it doesn't.
This bitch is a terabyte, dude.
Jesus Christ! What do you need? Why? Well, actually, I can see why you might.
Because I make so much goddamn content.
Yeah, I think it's like a 64 gig this thing, and like half of that is used by like the OS and the apps and stuff like that. But yeah, it's telling me that it's using 32 gigs for YouTube, and I'm like, what the?
YouTube's only using 2 gigs on my phone,
Dude,
bro. There's something wrong.
there's a
You might
freaking
need to like
there's a Bitcoin miner
uninstall
on
and
my
reinstall.
YouTube app, but
Yeah,
it's gonna sign
some
me
Chinese
out.
person is like, haha, I
It's
got one.
it's probably gonna sign me out, and then I have to.
We'll figure it out. We can
Yeah.
do that later because that's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways, you got anything else you want to talk about before I
That's it.
talk about? Okay. Um, I cannot give any more updates on Always Ready because there's I've had some I got to be careful how I word this. There's talks going on about my film that weren't happening a couple weeks ago. And until those talks are done, it's probably smart not to say anything yet because it affects everything in a good way. And so I don't know when I'll have an update for you as far as that film, but what I can say is I'm halfway done with the shot list in terms of like the rough draft of it. It's definitely going to change because I'm going to be like, oh, we can combine these two shots. We can combine this. You know what I mean? But I have been really serious about running because I mean, it literally says in the screenplay, like I'm running my character's running in the film, and it's like he's obviously in great running shape, and I'm like, I better be in great running shape if I want to like pull it off. So I've been running 4 times a week, and I used Chat GPT to design a running thing, and it's like, hey, I have 16 weeks to prepare for a film. How do I do so? And so right now, for the first 4 weeks, it has me doing two 2-mile runs at an easy pace. So like, twice a week. And then I do one run a week that is I basically sprint like as fast as I can for a quarter mile. rest for a minute while I walk and then do it again, and that's supposed to simulate like doing a take and then stopping and doing a take and stopping. So that's been really cool to like do because it's like, oh, this is kind of what it's gonna feel like. And then I have one long run for endurance every week. So today I ran 4 miles, and for the first time in my life, I don't think I've ever ran 4 miles before. I don't think
I
I've
don't
ever
think
ran
I
more than
have.
3. But I literally feel like I could keep going. So I think I'm getting into great running shape.
It's good.
Yeah. I did fuck my my Achilles on my left foot is like throbbing right now. I'm pretty sure I have Achilles tendonitis from like increasing my intensity too fast. So I might have to take a week off of running, and I'm gonna have to start doing like calf raises because basically what it is it's like the reverse of shin splints. Like if you get shin splints, it's because like the muscle on your shin isn't as strong as your calf muscle. And so basically what's happening right now is because I do push-ups and stuff a lot, and that engages like the muscles on your shin and stuff. This is very not medical the way I'm talking about it. But basically I have the opposite problem where my calf muscle has an imbalance, and it's specifically on my left leg. Not my right feels completely fine. I think it's because my right leg's my dominant one. But basically, what I need to do is 3 times a week I've been doing like push-ups, a bunch of ab exercises, so that I got crazy ripped abs. I mean, did you see that TikTok I posted? I was like, damn, I look good,
I didn't see it.
dude. I mean, definitely the most jacked I've ever like been right now. Like is like ever. Like the
I
amount of
see.
muscle and low body fat I have,
My only thing that
and I'm pushing it farther.
the only thing I worry about is because we both have like we're like almost the same height, right?
Yeah.
I think because we're both short, I've always been worried about like sometimes people get like that like bulldog look, you know?
Oh yeah, I definitely don't look like that.
Yeah,
I'm going for more like a. I'm actually trying not to put on more muscle.
oh wow.
Yeah, that's like I want to look like I work out, but I run a lot,
Well,
and runners are not super muscular. I'm going
what's
for like a David Goggins look.
what's that the meme of like the dude with the big old mustache from like the 1800s, and he's all like yeah, that one, yeah. Because I remember
Old power lifters.
we talked about that, and that's like that's a good physique to have. Like that's all right, you know. Like it's not like you don't get the bulldog look. Sometimes people get that bulldog look, like I said, and just
Yeah, I mean
they look weird.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to see in this lighting, but I mean, I do not have a lot of fat left, man. Like it is like there's not much there.
Dude, do you have that thing where like your like elbow kind of sticks out like that? Do you have that? Mine's more pronounced, I think, because I think I'm like underweight. But see, my elbow like sticks out. Like I kind of
Dude,
have
the
like
the thing is like in the film there's a little snippet where you see myself and another character in the gym doing bench press. And so I'm like, oh shit, I haven't like done bench press in forever. So I started using this like press machine, but I'm doing incline press. So it's also like working on my shoulders, and my chest doesn't like get like disproportionately big compared to everything else because it's the only weighted exercise I'm doing.
mhm.
Um and so I feel like my shoulders, my chest look really good right now. My abs look good. Some people are saying my arms like could be bigger, and I'm like, dude, I don't think my arms need to be bigger, bro. Look at this shit. I don't think they need to be bigger, man. I think they're totally fine. They look like somebody who doesn't spend all their time in the gym. You
Yeah, I
know,
guess that's a good point. People who spend like pretty much
I'm
the
not
whole
trying to look
week
like
in
a
the gym.
bodybuilder.
Yeah, yeah, I never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
Cause like Kyle from PKA, that guy went like
That was like he looked like he could step on a stage kind of
yeah,
physique. And that's not what I'm going for. I'm going for like this guy looks like he could run 10 miles and also like do a
gotcha. Yeah.
shitload of push-ups and pull a basket up into a helicopter
What
type
you're
of
saying,
thing.
fit versus buff.
Fit, yeah. Like cut fit. That's what
Yeah,
I'm going for.
gotcha. That makes sense.
Not like a bodybuilder shredded looks like he like, oh, is this guy juicing or not?
Eats a whole
It's possible either way,
eats
you
a
know,
whole
yeah.
rotisserie chicken a day and
Yeah. Chicken, broccoli, and rice, motherfucker. Like, no, that's not me. Dude, that's the other thing because I'm doing all this running, I could eat more. I've been losing a pound a week while eating like 2,100 calories, which is crazy for my height. So, like,
What
I weigh 129 pounds. So,
I think so. We actually checked my weight when I was at mom and dad's. I'm still 105. It's crazy. I don't know how I'm still 105. I'm like, dude, I feel
Coast
like
Guard, I don't think the Coast Guard would not take you. You're underweight.
dang, really?
Because when I was 112 and I joined, they were like, "Woo, pushing it close there," and I'm like, "What?" Like, because they're weighing me, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, 108 is the cutoff for your height, man. Like, if you were 108 pounds,
Whoa,
we wouldn't take you.
whoa. That's a
You would have to like drink a milkshake and get on the scale again. And I'm like, damn,
dang.
isn't that crazy?
And I
Good problem to have. I'd rather be underweight than overweight. It's for damn
that's
sure.
fair. Yeah. Although, so when I was younger, I know I used to be able to see my ribs. It's not a thing anymore. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. During the pandemic, I think I got to like 110, 115. I think it was 115. What?
So what I was getting at though is to combat the Achilles thing. I'm basically going to not run until it feels like it's not hurting anymore, and I'm going to start doing. I'm gonna start with body weight calf raises because I don't want to hurt myself. Because you can basically what I'm trying to avoid is my Achilles rupturing because that will happen if you keep running on it
That's a
like
thing?
this. Yeah. So the thing that's crazy about running injuries, like shin splints, this Achilles thing, I've noticed that it stops hurting when you run. It's when you stop and you're not running that it hurts.
Oh.
Isn't that counterintuitive? You would think that your body would want to be like, "Hey, what you're doing right now is hurting you," and instead it's like, "Oh, this is relief." But I could literally run till my Achilles explodes, like because my body would not tell me that it's gonna explode.
What happens if it explodes? You
Delay
can
the film. Got to get my shit
okay.
reattached, and I got to go through rehab and shit.
So
Hell
you
no.
dang. Ugh.
But I mean, I looked it up. ChatGPT said based off my symptoms, it's mild. I should be back to full capacity in a week or two at most. But doing the calf raises and I'm gonna start adding lunges too, because and I hate lunges. Lunges suck. It is the shittiest exercise to me. I hate leg exercises. I think everybody does, but
Well,
I
deadlifting's
mean,
fun.
I see the thing for me is that I've deadlifted like 300 pounds before, and I'm like, this just feels like I'm just like for no reason except ego, increasing my possibility or risk of injury for ego. You know what I mean? It's just like to me, deadlifting is not impressive. I think bench press is impressive. I think squats are more impressive because
So yeah,
a lot of people don't do full range of squat and they
I
think they're lifting more than they
I
are.
think you're right. Like benching is definitely more impressive. A big one for me is actually like uh, pull ups and chin ups and stuff like that. That's impressive to me because most people like when they first start out they can't even do that. They can't even do their own body
Yeah.
weight. And so when you start putting extra weight on there, it's like, okay, this person's been doing it for a while. Like that's a
Yeah.
to me that's a big sign of dedication. So
So this is my workout right now, 3 times a week, and I might even reduce it to two if I feel like I'm putting on muscle because I'm basically trying to maintain it while I lose weight. Because that's what's going to give me that really like fit. You know what I mean? I want to look really toned. Like I'm trying to think of like a good way of putting it. Like Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love. He wasn't like super lean to the point where he looked like he was a bodybuilder about to step on stage, and he wasn't jacked to the point where he looked like he spends 3 hours a day in the gym. Um, but my workout, I guess if anybody cares, is literally I do 2 sets. So I'll go through the whole circuit and then I'll take like a couple minutes rest and then do it again. And it's basically I do um my push-ups, then I do my leg raises, so to work out my abs. So I hang from the pull-up bar and do I guess knee raises, not leg raises. It's a small gym. I don't want to get in people's way, so I do the and knee raises are just I feel like they're easier anyways. I can do more reps. Um, I'm a little bitch about it, I guess. And then I do air squats. Because like I said, I'm trying not to put on muscle, so I'm
like
doing air
air
squats.
squat.
It's like squatting without a bar on your back. It's just body weight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. and then I do these. I take a bar and I do weighted crunches with the cable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's almost like doing a crunch but with weight. And then I do these things that I found called like wood chops, and basically it works out the side obliques, so it gives you that ripped boxer look.
Do you ever do or do you still do ab wheel rollouts?
No, I have an ab wheel, but I mean, it's just I feel like the exercise. I mean, I looked up basically like what are the most effective ab exercises, and those are the ones I'm doing. But then I do the incline chest press machine. I do the first set through the circuit. I do 10 pull-ups, and then the second set I do 10 chin-ups. So I'm kind of working out my biceps too, but they're both working out my back. And then I finish off with diamond push-ups, which works out your triceps
Hmm.
and your chest, like your inner chest, so it gives you that really nice separation. And then I'm gonna be adding calf raises and lunges, because the lunges basically work out all the other muscles, so that my calves and my other muscles are basically like stabilized, and should avoid shin splints and Achilles problems after that. But that was a long way to explain it, but I mean that's literally what I'm doing. So I only do like, I mean the cable exercises. It's not like a normal gym exercise. You know what I mean? They're like you're engaging your core. It's not so much like, oh, I'm trying to lift as much as I can. Like it's, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not doing I'm mostly doing like, they call it like I mean it's con- is it conventional strength training or something, like functional strength training.
Mm.
So it's for what I need to do. You know what I mean? Like it's not, I'm not just lifting to put on muscle. It's like, oh, I need to be good at running, so I'm going to do exercises that are good for that, but also in the movie I do a lot of push-ups, sit-ups, so it's like I need to work out those muscles, you know? Um and I do have one shirtless scene, so I gotta look good.
Jesus, bro.
It's not a ooh, look at me. It's like a, oh, this guy is very serious about fitness kind of scene. You know what I mean? It's not like an ego type of thing. It's really, well, you'll see. I don't know how it's gonna look. I've got ideas how I want to shoot it. It's like in a locker room. So
Well, anyways, we'll get off that our
um
little schizo tangent there.
yeah. Pollo Loco passed 100K views. It's almost 104K. So I've released the screenplay. If anybody wants to read the screenplay, follow the link in the YouTube channel bio. It'll take you to our Discord, which is now free to access now. You just won't be able to enter into the Discord giveaways or the gaming sessions. Sorry, I don't know why I got like hiccups all of a sudden. Talk about the Discord more later. But the next goal is 125K, because we're doing 25K increments now. And my plan is to take the family bowling at 125K, so that'll be a fun vlog. But yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on with me. I'm going to see Y2K tonight with Bobby, so I'm excited about that.
Is it actually about Y2K or is it?
Hmm. Yeah, it's like a comedy horror film. A24.
Dude, I need to watch
It's like Small Soldiers.
I need to watch.
That's what it reminds me of.
It's. I think it's on Apple TV. It was like I think it's about like Tetris.
Oh yeah, that was a decent movie.
I need to watch that because that really piqued my
Yeah,
interest.
it's got the Kingsman
Yeah.
guy in it. It's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
He said that he wants to make
Oh.
another one, another Kingsman.
Yeah, but Matthew Vaughn shit the bed. Oh, they released the last Kingsman movie, which I thought was better than the second one in my opinion.
That
Remember, it
was
was
the
like
Kingsman.
The Kingsman. I
Yeah.
thought that was very slept on. I thought that was a really entertaining film and
Yeah.
really well made. And I cared. I mean, Ralph Fiennes was in it, and he's amazing. The guy who plays Voldemort.
Yeah. Probably that guy is
that-
probably one of my
that-
favorite actors for sure.
Yeah, dude, he's jacked right now for this film he just did. Like, he's like, I wanted to look like an old rope, and I'm like,
That's such a specific description. Yeah.
well, because he's like,
That's-
I'm 60 something, so I wanted to look like an old rope. I'm like, I love him, dude. He's
Yeah.
such a good fucking
Well, 'cause
actor.
that movie really reminded me. It was about like the Kingsman, but it was like I don't know the way I
It's
always
the
remember
origin story, yeah.
it gives me like Grand Budapest Hotel vibes because he was also in that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah, he killed it in that, man.
Yeah,
He's funny.
which I saw a clip of that on Instagram recently. I was like, I need to rewatch that movie because it's so funny,
Me
dude.
too. Yeah, I love the set design on that one. I still can't believe that that hotel, like, it looks so real in the film, and
Yeah.
it's just a miniature.
Is it
Um,
really?
pretty sure, yeah.
Holy crap!
Um, anyways, on to our main topic, haircuts. I got a military haircut. Here, I'll show you.
Yeah, I think
A little messed up from wearing a headset,
I saw. So I've seen a couple of the TikToks, and then you
but this
posted
is basically the haircut that I'm planning on having for the film.
um
I tweak it
because
a little bit.
that's kind of it's at one point you did because it reminds me of I think it was Brad Pitt in was it Fury?
Fury? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, this is I'll show you the picture that I showed I was like, look, I know I don't have hair like this. It's not curly and my head shape is different. Like everybody's head shape is different, but this is the picture I showed sorry, camera's over here.
John Bernthal.
Yeah.
His name
So I was
yeah.
like, I want it tight on the sides, but I want some like length
Why,
on the top.
why is he making that face? He's all
He's on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, bro. He's happy to be there.
he's
Bro, that
mocking you, bro.
he is so tall, man. I could not believe like I went because I was at the Bullet Train premiere and he stepped on my foot while he was walking by because he was trying to get out of somebody's way. And I turn around and he's just like right here and he's just like, "My bad, bro." And I'm like, "All good." This is the fucking Punisher, bro. I did not. He was with his son.
That's really cool that he was like respectful enough to like apologize though, because I feel like some people.
Oh
Are just
yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
whatever.
no. He's a that guy. That guy. I've seen him. He was on Joey Diaz's podcast, and his
Really?
podcast is good too. Yeah, and he was telling Joey Diaz, because they like grew up in the same area, I think.
Uh,
But he was like, "Yeah, no, like if it wasn't for like filmmaking, I probably would be dead or in prison." And I'm like, "Fuck!" Like, yeah. So he's a very humble dude. It's like I think he realizes like how fortunate he is to be able to do what he does. You know. So he's a great dude. I would love to work with him someday. He's awesome. I think he would be a really good like mentor character, and he's never really done that. Yeah, let me know what you guys think of my military haircut. I had somebody commented, and I was like, "This guy looks like he's in the Navy." You can always tell when it's a Navy dude. And he's like, if it was a military haircut, it would be buzzed. And I was like, it's about the Coast Guard. We have relaxed hair standards. When I told the guy that's supposed to be our unit production manager because he was in the Air Force, he's like, "Oh, you gonna buzz your hair?" And I'm like, "Not the top." And he's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Coast Guard's got relaxed hair standards." And then my cinematographer Nicholas was like, "Yeah, you joined the wrong branch, dude." And he's like, "Man."
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that because I have to ask my friend Jacob if he's got to be careful about like his hairstyle and stuff like that because I've never really
I
paid
know,
attention to
dude.
that.
The Marines, like the
The
Marines,
Marines,
literally, they
it's
have
like
to shave their head like
yeah.
once a week, every 2 weeks at most. Like it is, or at least. They are crazy. They like don't want to see. I think they're only allowed to have like a quarter inch or a half an inch. I think the Coast Guard is like 2 inches of bulk on top. And there was a few times while I was in my 6 years where I saw like a Master Chief because they have nothing else to do, because they're top of the food chain, and they're like waiting to retire. They would literally like be like, "Hey, come here," and pull out a ruler and be like, "See if this is 2 inches," and so then all of a sudden that guy would be like, "Oh, I don't want to cut it, so I'm just gonna stop like styling it like that," because they don't want it to be too tall. But this is totally in regs. And if it's not perfectly in regs, it's a movie. And I'm the director. I can get away with it. But I'm pretty sure I would get away with this haircut in the Coast Guard, especially in aviation. In aviation, people really didn't fuck with you because you had so much responsibility. The last thing wanted to do was like stress you out about something stupid.
Yeah.
I saw, and like I a lot of times I would see the mustache. They would literally bring out the thing to measure mustaches because people you're not allowed to have them go past your lips, and people would like to try and curl them and stuff, and they were like, no, you can't do that.
Gotta go for
Um,
the Hitler stash then, I guess.
oh, don't say that. um, what was that? What was the other thing I was about to say? Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, this is the haircut that I'm probably gonna have, and I'm happy with it. I think it's like a good mix between a military haircut and kind of the style I was doing before. I literally just take this medium hold paste, which is my go-to stuff now. I finally found a hair product that works good for me, and I literally just brush it back. That's it. Takes
Mhm.
me 30 seconds, and people are like, "Oh, you have nice hair," and I'm like, "Thanks." I mean, I just wake up like this, baby. Nah,
Shut up.
I'm kidding. I literally just told you I had to put stuff in it. Quick ad break. Join our Discord. It's free now. And if you want to game with us, you want to enter our Discord giveaways, which I'll get into. We have some special giveaways this month. It is only $1 to join those. Through Patreon. And then the gaming sessions are $3. I played some zombies with and some multiplayer, the new maps for Black Ops 6, which we'll also talk about later. So come in there. It's a good time. I think we have like 50 people in the Discord now, so it's growing fast.
Jesus,
Ever
yeah.
since I released the screenplay, because we have a screenplay corner in there, and so I didn't want to release my email because I couldn't find a way to share the screenplay without it being like a Dropbox or something that had my email on it.
Right.
So I'm like, I'll just put it as a PDF in Discord, and people can go straight to that. So if you want to read the Pollo Loco screenplay, it's 17 pages. It's been really interesting to hear people talk about it and be like, oh, so like this makes sense now and this and that, and I'm like, yeah, like there's a lot of subtext to stuff that, if you're not really thinking about what that specific look or thing means, like it adds, you're like, okay, I can see why we did that. But I read through it again because I was like, all right, I'm about to release this, what does this look like? And I would say like 90%, man, or like 90% on the money, exactly like what it says is what we ended up with. There's like little details and stuff that like I was supposed to like pick up Elisa, and it just didn't feel right in the moment to pick her up. I was like, I'm just gonna grab her by the shoulders and like get the fuck out of here. Um, like picking her up just felt. I'm like, I'm a small guy. It's just gonna look silly putting her in like a fireman's carry or something. Um, but yeah, join our Discord. We would love to have you there. It's free to join and chat with us. I will give Chris a new link so he can like put that in the description, I guess, or whatever. And I don't know. What we'll figure it out. Anyways, code Danny D gets you 20 to 30% off at gfuel.com. Ton of new flavors just dropped. I'm drinking the Hidden Blade, which is like a sangria Assassin's Creed flavor. It's so good.
The Santa shaker.
Yeah, Sanic.
I cannot believe they actually did that, man.
Well, speaking of something I can't believe they did, they just released Shrek flavors.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was more than one.
Yeah, so you want me to grab them? Should I just grab them?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
I'll grab 'em. Ow!
What was that?
I tripped on a tripod.
Oh!
Speaking of sangria, they got another cocktail flavor.
Come on, focus. There you go.
Swamp water.
Oh Lord!
And it's supposed to taste like a Mai Tai, which is like an orange cocktail. I don't know what I've noticed that G Fuel will like do like a specific kind of flavor, and then they'll do like similar ones to that. Like they're like, oh, we're gonna do cocktail flavors because that's something we haven't done yet. But the thing everybody's talking about, 15 servings,
Well, hold on.
15 serving tub, because my head's in onions and waffles.
No shot.
I think that's gonna be delicious in milk.
Oh God. Okay, well, what if it tastes good though?
I doubt it, man. I mean, like, so I'm thinking it's gonna taste like maple syrup and onions and like, I don't know.
Because I think it's like a bread with.
I thought
onion.
pickle juice was gonna taste good, and it tastes like pickle juice without salt, which is not good.
How was chili dog?
It tastes like jerky, like jerky water.
Okay,
Expired jerky water.
I was on board with it until you added the water part onto it. Then I was like, okay, that sounds gross.
Well, I mean, because there's water when you mix it, so
Did you try
it's
it
like
with,
it's like you put stale jerky, like 2-year-old jerky that's been left open
did,
into a blender
did you
with
ever
water, and then
did you ever try it with milk?
yeah, there's a video on my YouTube channel for like a subscriber goal or something where I drank it, and I did not make a face. Thank you very much. So we're all gonna try the onion and waffles and try not to make a face. That's gonna be fun.
Oh, dude, poor
You know
Theo.
what really surprised me?
What?
The Naruto miso ramen flavor, because it just tastes like ramen broth. It's like actually not bad.
Oh,
Like
when did they do
chicken
that?
ramen. It was an April Fool's flavor like a year or two ago. I think
Oh,
2 years ago.
I don't remember that one.
They did chili dogs, then they did miso ramen, then they did pickle juice. Um, onion and waffles would have been a great one, but I don't know. Maybe it was supposed to be. I don't know. I don't know. We'll
I
see if
wonder
they do
what
an
they'll
April Fool's
do
flavor.
this
Yeah,
next year. Man, I hope they do one with Call of Duty soon, man. That'd be
I
really
think they should
cool.
do like pepperoni pizza or something crazy.
I don't know, cause I feel like that could. Well, I'm surprised they haven't done a bacon one yet.
Yeah, that's a really like low hanging fruit one, huh? Makes something
Yeah,
taste. I hate bacon flavored stuff. It always
yeah,
tastes weird.
yeah.
I remember I had like bacon flavored mints one time, and I'm like, it tastes like
It tastes
stale bacon bits.
to me. It tastes like the road.
What the hell?
like, like, like. I guess what I mean by that is like hot rubber, like that.
Like tires? What the fuck? Or tires? Oh god. Anyways, get you some G Fuel. The new Naruto blood flavor tastes like strawberry matcha. That is delicious in milk. It tastes like fresh strawberry with like cream. It's so
Ooh.
good, man. Really recommend that one. Code Danny D for 20% off, 30% off new flavors. I think as of right now, you get 30% off the Shrek flavor. That comes in a lunchbox like the Fallout flavor, with
Oh,
a
wow.
shaker that has like Shrek ears on it and like some stickers and stuff. So one of the coolest collabs I've ever done, hands down. Probably one of the biggest.
That's so
Easily.
crazy. They did Shrek. That is so wild.
I think they killed it with the flavors too. They're both like really
Yeah.
genius. I was as soon as I found out, because I find out about stuff early sometimes, and just can't talk about it because I signed NDA stuff. But when they said Shrek, I was like, please be swamp water, and sure enough, great minds think alike. And then you can also use code Danny D for 10% off Fit Butters. I think I have a mint cookies and cream one
Ooh.
showed up. I don't know if that's coming out for
Is
Christmas or something.
is that like a sort of like
Mint
thinness?
Oreos.
Oh, okay.
Mint Oreos, yeah. Um, we tried caramel apple last night. I don't know if that's still in stock because it was limited flavor, but that was easily the worst one we've had. The apples were like rubbery, and I don't know if it was a bad jar or a bad batch or something, but it was so oily. It was just all over everything, and it just at the end of the day tasted like peanut butter with like a little tiny hint of apple. I gave it a 4.5, which is easily the lowest score I've given. So avoid that one, but Fit Butters are delicious. I've been mixing it into my protein ice cream, and it makes it taste like I mixed the chocolate peanut butter one into my peanut butter protein, and it makes it taste like Reese's, like straight up. Yeah, and it's like
See,
40 grams of protein.
because that means you could do like I know Dairy Queen does the
Yeah,
yeah
it
like
makes it like it's almost like my own McFlurry or something.
well I was gonna
You know,
say because I don't know if they still do
Blizzard.
it, but they have like the mint Oreo Blizzard, right?
I think they usually do that around like December.
Yeah.
They usually do
So
they like rotate every year. It's like either candy cane or like mint Oreo.
mint
You know,
Oreo was really good. I haven't had Dairy Queen in so long, man.
me either. I just don't really eat a lot of junk anymore, man. I don't like how it makes me feel.
Yeah, but I see. I like milkshakes. And
Milkshakes are easily my like. Flick's Brewhouse does a free dessert for your birthday. I'm like, I'm getting a fucking cookies and cream milkshake, hands
dude,
down.
the only thing I don't like about milkshakes is that for some reason people have this idea that you need to put whipped cream on there, and I'm like, whipped cream sucks. I hate whipped cream. Whipped cream
Yeah,
is the worst like thing that's popular on the planet in my opinion. Like
It's just
Why?
like sweet air. It's
That's
like not.
literally how I feel, man. It's
Yeah.
like someone was like, let's just put sugar in
It's
air.
the only thing I like whipped cream in, maybe on pie, but I prefer Cool Whip on
Yeah, that's
pie.
the thing. I do Cool Whip.
Yeah, but I do like it in hot cocoa. I think I think
I don't.
I think it. I do. It gives it like a little creaminess to
Nah,
it. I like it.
I'd rather someone put a whole pile of marshmallows on there than freaking whipped cream. God, I hate whipped cream. Sorry, I'm gonna get heated. I just
Well, I found sugar-free like Ready Whip, so that's what I use if
so
I ever use
is
whipped
that
cream.
just air? Like that doesn't make any
No,
sense,
it's
man.
just they use sugar alcohols instead of sugar.
How is
Um,
that? What the heck? What is a sugar alcohol? What is that?
it's like it's an artificial sweetener.
Oh, I mean, I'll have to
I
look
know
into
it's
it. I
weird
don't
that they would call sugar alcohol, but I
or
don't know much
sugar
about it. I
if
just
it's sugar free. I don't know. Anyways,
it tastes like normal whipped cream, but it's like 5 calories.
so it tastes like nothing. Cool.
Um, yeah, guys, support us through all that stuff. We appreciate all the support. Again, would love to have you in the Discord. Discord had an explosion, and we're at like 50 people now. Like I said, the rules are, there are Discord only giveaways that you have to pay $1 to get access to, and I give away stuff almost. I would say almost every week, almost. Sometimes it'll be like 2 giveaways a month, but at the Patreon level 3 and 4, you get the tub giveaways, which is the big ones. Um, so I guess I'll go through. So for December, because I love movies, I'm kind of like Halloween. I'm giving away a Blu-ray every week. So I'll go through them, but this week's is Catching Fire, and that goes to Last Days of Humanity on Discord. What a name! Last Days of Humanity. Congratulations! I will be sending out this copy of Catching Fire to you. Um, Next week I'm giving away Mockingjay Part 1. And then third week of December giving away Mockingjay Part 2, which is also a steelbook.
Nice.
Yeah. But the one that I'm like, hell yeah, this is a good giveaway. For the last giveaway of the month, so right around Christmas, Violent Night. Which have you seen this, Chris?
No, dude, I haven't watched a movie in months.
It is time consuming. If it wasn't my job, I definitely wouldn't watch as much probably. But that is a great one. David Harbour kills it as Santa. It's like Die Hard, but with David Harbour as Santa.
I just realized I'm gonna have a couple weeks off around Christmas time. So
Catch up on movies.
Yeah.
Um,
It's gonna be nice having nothing to do for 2 weeks, man.
all right. The giveaways for this month, as far as G Field, so this will be, I think, next week. Yeah, next week. The U.S. giveaway, White Elephant, which they still have not revealed what it tastes like, but it kind of reminds me of like Phase X, but there's like something else in there. It comes with a blacklight keychain because this is like, it'll like glow when you use a blacklight. And then the international giveaway is a tub of Phase Freeze, which is a reskin of Phase X. So join, get some free shit. On to our Patreon questions. I did see somebody added one and I forgot to add it, so I'll pull that one up after we get through the 3 that we have. But oh, new member shout out. Spider-Man Daniel joined at tier 1, so welcome Spider-Man. Thanks for joining. And Louis rejoined at tier 3, so welcome back, Louis. Yeah, if you are a member of the Patreon, so for as little as $1, you can have your question or topic discussed on the podcast. Every week, you can submit a question. Tommy Slays, our boy Tommy, said, would you rather have the ability to communicate with the extraterrestrial beings or explore the deepest depths of the ocean? Definitely extraterrestrial for me. I hate the ocean. I hate the ocean.
See, that's honestly,
Deep, dark, scary place.
So, while I do wish that I could talk to aliens and like learn the secrets of the universe, what if I don't like what I find out? You know, what if they're like, yeah, there's a black hole headed for the Earth, and it'll be there in 50 years, right? You have 50
Yeah.
years left. I'd be like, man, what's the point? Like, like it's all gonna be gone, dude. I wouldn't want to know that, right? Whereas if I go to the bottom of the ocean, and there's like, I don't know, mermaids or something down there, that's kind of cool, you know? Like, it's like, that's
According to
cool.
the recent news, there's probably aliens down there.
Yeah,
Like the
you have a good
abyss.
point. Dang, man, I'm just screwed, I
Yeah,
guess,
I'm going
dude.
with the extraterrestrials. So
If they're friendly and there's no bad news, sure, extraterrestrials.
yeah, if
You
they
know
don't
what?
try to anal probe me.
Actually, you know what? What if they're like, hey, here's how to travel faster than the speed of light? They'd be like, all right, cool. That'd be cool. I doubt they'd do that, but that'd be cool.
Anyways, thanks, Tommy. Super Dude 01 says, "What's your favorite dessert to bake? Cookies, brownies, etc."
Ooh.
I would say cookies or pie.
Cookies are probably the easiest. Brownies
When
is
I
so
think of
good though.
baking, I think of cookies. I'm not
Yeah.
a huge brownie person, but every once in a while, I'll have a brownie and be like, "That was a good
I
brownie."
would say, you know, what specifically what cookies I love are or they Pillsbury, the ones where it's like it's got the little, they don't have like a little Christmas tree in the center of it. Those are the best,
Pillsbury
man.
sugar cookies, yeah, yeah, we
Dude,
got some of those in the
so
house.
random thing. I know we're doing questions right now, but speaking of cookies and like milk, did you see it? They found like bird flu in a bunch of milk.
Oh no,
You didn't see that?
no,
I think it was in like 17 states that they found it, and I was like, oh.
New Mexico, one of them.
I'd have to look. I think maybe Colorado was one of them. I don't remember. But as long as
Sketchy.
I think as long as the milk is pasteurized, it's fine. But they're trying to make sure that it doesn't
Who the
spread too
hell's
much.
drinking unpasteurized milk besides farmers? Like,
RFK Jr.
you're just asking to get sick.
I mean,
Yeah, the guy who got a brain-eating amoeba or some shit.
well,
Imagine that.
well, and I don't know. I think
He's like, I had a worm in my brain.
yeah, it was a worm. I think
Jesus Christ.
a lot of people drink raw milk because they're like, oh man, like it's better for you, this and that. It's like this thing. It kills good bacteria when they pasteurize it, but it also kills the bad bacteria.
Do you
So
realize the main reason that they pasteurize milk is because caca gets into the milk sometimes? Like that happens very often. Sometimes like caca will get
oh,
in the
what
milk.
you talking about? Like a cow ate poop?
Cows are filth. I mean, cows are animals that, just like pigs, like get shit and mud and all kinds of stuff all over them. There's no way to keep it from cross contaminating with milk
Bro,
when they're.
just get one of those little the sprayers on the end of a hose and just.
We're talking about microscopic caca. And
Well,
the only way to get rid of it is to heat it up and pasteurize it.
in that same vein, like every time you shake someone's hand,
It's rare.
there's microscopic caca on their hands. Sometimes
Not if they
there's
wash their hands good.
not everybody washes their hands good, bro.
That's why I don't shake straight. Dude, whenever I feel so bad because we'll be like at the movies and some stranger, oh, I love your videos, and like, and I shake their hand and I'm just like, you got
Not
the hand
gonna work.
sanitizer,
Yeah.
Bobby, you know, because I'm just like, I'm a germaphobe, 100%. So
Yeah, no, trust me, I do the same thing. Well, not with like fans because I don't really have any, but like
I have eczema and you can't really, it's doing well right now, so I'm not even gonna try and show it, but I have eczema, and so when I wash my hands a lot,
you got eggs.
my hands get really dry. Um, so yeah, I
would,
literally just talked. Oh, there's something I didn't talk about. I
What?
had a skin exam to check for cancer, and there was only one that they're like, we're gonna check on that one again in 6 months because it looks a little irritated, but everything else looked good. So
Yeah, I know. I think you posted it in the family group chat. And I was like, let's hope it stays that way. Let's hope that
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
nothing else.
Well, I mean, I was exposed to a lot of nasty chemicals. Well, that's what I was gonna say earlier about the haircuts that I forgot. Specifically in aviation, I don't. So like in all the military branches, it's like yes sir, no sir. What are you laughing about?
Didn't you guys say you saw a spider and you guys like sprayed some crap on it and it just died instantly
No,
or something like that?
there was like hydraulic fluid dripping from from something on the helicopter, and the spider was crawling on the ground, and I literally, I mean, I'm like right here with the flashlight looking at this thing. I think I even got like a magnifying glass because I was like, oh, look at the pictures on that thing. You know what I mean? Like, and it drank the hydraulic fluid and then like walked a couple more steps and then just flipped over and died. It's like out of a cartoon. The spider just drank hydraulic fluid and died instantly.
Just committed
And I was like,
Sudoku.
oh yeah, they're not joking around, dude, because the hydraulic fluid looks like melted jello. It's like red, like that spider had a death wish.
Like I said, he committed Sudoku, bro. He was like, I'm done, bro.
It's like, ooh, jello.
I can't.
Fucking just dies. It was, dude, it was like a big daddy long leg.
Dude,
So I had to like squat down to drink it.
that poor spider is piece of candy. Just dies.
Yeah. Candy. Oh, but what I was gonna say is like, yeah, no, the Coast Guard was like super relaxed to begin with, but when it came to aviation, like I said, it's such a stressful job that like everybody was on like a first name basis. Like when I was on the boat and in boot camp and all that stuff, it was last names. But when I got into aviation, all of a sudden, it was first name basis. You called people by their first name. When you talk to the pilots, sometimes you'd call them by their first name. Like it was just super lax, man. Like if you're gonna join the military, highly recommend Coast Guard Aviation. That's all I gotta say. It's a pretty sweet gig. And dude, I would go to other Coast Guard bases, and they would look at me and be like, "This mother," because I'm like, wearing my flight suit pajama. They call them pajamas. Like this motherfucker wearing pajamas because I got like a flight suit, like I'm wearing a pajama onesie. And we didn't wear hats. They're like, "Where's your hat?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, aviation. Like, we're not supposed to wear them at the on the airfield, so I forgot it." And they're like, "Oh, okay."
That's the thing, though. So I get the point of discipline in the military, right? But sometimes they're just annoying. It's just annoying. Like, I, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I get why they do it. It's uniform, it's discipline, it's core values, all that stuff. And my film touches on that, but aviation is just a different beast.
Yeah.
It's different. It's such. I mean, in the Coast Guard, you work on the helicopters and fly on them. So you're like, I'm working on the helicopter that my buddy is about to get in and go fly. Of course, I don't want him to fall out of the sky. So you take it very seriously and like double check things. And if you're not sure if you did something right, might as well just do it again to be sure. You know what I mean? Like it was very, very serious. But like, I mean, you did a good job because you knew the people who were going to fly in that helicopter, and you didn't want those people to die.
Yeah.
You know. And before I had showed up, there was a crash or something like at the air station. Like they were in a hover and something happened and they crashed. So like the air station I was at was on like a heightened sense of awareness about stuff too. So and that's where we're looking to film some stuff. So that'll be really cool to show people where I worked for 4 years. And the helicopters I flew on. So this is gonna be a special film, man. I really can't wait, man, to bring it to fruition. But anyways, yeah, I would say cookies or pie. Cookies or pie.
Or they used to have those deep fried Twinkies. Those were always really good. So bad for you, but they were good.
I think he means from like scratch, but
oh, well then yeah, I don't do anything from scratch cuz I'm lazy. So,
yeah. It's more like what's your favorite dessert almost, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks, Super Dude. Mr. Knight 77 says, when do you think it's a good idea to begin drinking G Fuel? Well, based off your spelling, it's probably not, you're probably not old enough to drink normal G Fuel, but you can drink hydration G Fuel.
Be nice. Be nice.
If you're okay, G Fuel on their website, it says that G Fuel is an energy drink intended for adults 18 plus. I started drinking energy drinks when I was like 16. But I was mindful about it because at 16, you're more sensitive to caffeine than an 18-year-old because that's just how the human body works. You're still developing. And so, like, I mean, they say that, like, Theo is only supposed to have like one soda a day at most because that's
Oh
like
wow.
35 milligrams of caffeine. You know what I mean? So if you're under 18, talk to your parents. But if you want to be safe, default hydration doesn't have caffeine, so anybody can drink it. Theo drinks it all the time. I mean, I just don't give it to him more than once a day because there's a lot of vitamins in it, and it's easy for kids to get more vitamins than they need. So be mindful of that. Don't drink the whole tub in 2 days. Like you might have some overdose in vitamins or something. So
And that's
just
not
be
a good
smart.
thing. Don't think
And when
that.
in
Yeah.
doubt, when yeah, if your pee starts changing colors, it's probably not a good idea.
So oh
Good
my,
idea to keep doing what you're doing.
yo, my pee glows in the
Um,
dark. This is sick. No, that's a bad sign.
Not gonna name any names, but there was other energy drinks that I would drink, and my pee would turn like neon orange, and it was like, yeah, there's something in that that's not good for you, because that's not
What
normal.
the heck, dude?
Yeah, or like almost like a green color. I had that happen one time. It almost turned green. Basically, it was like neon. It's something in those energy drinks, man. Like the ones you get in a can that are not sugar free. They're full of all kinds of bullshit. So that's why I drink G Fuel. But yeah, G Fuel hydration intended for all ages. Normal G Fuel. If you're under 18, talk to your parents. I have a video on my channel called "What is G Fuel." That's another good way to like learn more about it because I go into more detail. But hope that answered your question, Mr. Knight. But I would recommend hydration for you. Let me see what this other question that just got added was. Oh, and there was one from last week that I think I needed to carry over.
Oh,
Yeah. Nikki says, if you could make your own unique fast food chain, what would it be? I if I ever have the opportunity, somebody's like, hey, I got all this money, let's make a restaurant chain. I want to make a chain that is just a nacho bar. It's like Chipotle, but for nachos. You just go down the line and build a giant mountain of nachos. That's what I would do.
dude, probably a good hot dog place, man. Because I'm sorry, and maybe it was just a one-time thing. I don't know. Last time I went to Wiener Schnitzel was like probably a year ago, and my hot dog was green. So, um, I'm just saying. Not to mention, like, you know, you look at how cheap the Costco hot dog is, right? And it's like, if that existed, if there was a fast food place that had hot dogs that were a good price and they had good quality and stuff like that, right? Bro, I'd be eating there all the time. I freaking love hot dogs. Like there's nothing quite like a hot dog, man. Like corn dogs don't even come close because it's a different thing entirely. But
Yeah.
like a good hot dog place is probably what I would do. Yeah.
There's a couple of good hot dog places here. Like one of them had like bits of like almost like little popcorn chicken on it and like nacho cheese and stuff like that. Called like Doggo's VIP. I haven't had it in forever, but we
Is
used to live by it.
isn't is it Freddy's? No. Think something else. But
I
they
think Freddy sells hot dogs. Yeah.
okay. Um, and then I won't even get into Sonic and their hot dogs. Sonic.
I don't eat at Sonic anymore. I've had so many people go, yeah, I had Sonic the other night, and I've been peeing out my butt for like 48 hours. So I'm like, yeah, that's food poisoning.
Dude, I don't like Sonic because it genuinely makes me feel like there's a like you ever eat something and like your body just kind of stops working for the rest of the night. You're like, yeah, I don't really feel like doing anything. Like you just feel lazy, like super lethargic.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, like it's every time I go there, I get that feeling where it's like I am done for the day. Like
yeah.
I
I
don't.
like Sonic slushies, and that's about it.
Yeah, and even then, they aren't that great.
Now they're loaded with sugar. Um, I don't know if it was this question, Mr. Knight, the one who just asked the question
Oh,
that we did. He said, when do you think you will stop doing videos? And I replied and said, when I croak. So I think that answers that question. I'm looking at the questions from last week because
yeah,
that was from like 2 weeks ago.
we didn't answer that question
I
at
don't.
all.
Yeah, I don't
When
think
you croak.
there's. I don't think we missed any other one.
Okay.
Anyways,
You want to talk some Black
uh,
Ops 6? So
Thank you for
Black
your
Ops 6.
questions. Thank you for your questions. Again, if you want to ask some, join our Patreon. All you have to do is just pay $1, and you get access to the giveaways, the Discord giveaways. So the Blu-rays, not the tubs. Those are tier 3 and 4. Tier 1, you get access to questions, Blu-ray giveaways, and any other G Fuel giveaways I do in the Discord specifically. Like if you're not in the Patreon, it doesn't even show up for you. You don't even see the secret giveaway corner. So,
Yeah.
anyways, but if you want that and you want to be able to ask questions, join the Patreon for $1.
Oh, and
$3 to game with us.
on that
4 times a
note,
month.
I feel like Tommy and Super Dude always ask really good questions.
Yeah, seriously, you
So-
guys are awesome.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it because it makes me think, and sometimes I need that.
Yeah. Yeah, but on to our weekly Black Ops 6 talk. Season 1
So-
Reloaded is here, and I'm very happy with it.
I got to play it for the first time today, and I think it's been out for since like the 5th, so about a couple days. And I haven't been able to enjoy it. My internet has been freaking super odd. I played it. I played the new zombies map for the first time, and I'm playing it. And I'm like, hey,
Excited to play that with you.
I was like, this is a hard map so far, and I get the ray gun, and I'm about to do a SAM trial, and then it tells me, oh hey, you have to use the hand cannon as a score streak for this challenge. I'm like, cool. Freaking like game just stopped working. Like it, when you get like connection interrupted and like it's just stuff freezes
Just
and you can still
shits
move around.
itself, yeah.
I got that. And then I hop back in. Still doesn't want to work. Like it's just I couldn't play more than one round.
You think it's your internet? Or is
I-
it the game?
I do think it's the internet just because it's not happening to anybody else as far as I'm aware.
Yeah,
Um,
no, I haven't had any issues.
So I don't know. I was kind of frustrated because I was like super excited to play and I didn't get to enjoy it. I have not been able to do a whole lot on the map. I grabbed a sword. I didn't.
I have
upgrade
not
it.
gotten a sword, but I purposely didn't because I was just like, oh, let me just do these gobble gums, and then one of my my last daily challenge to get 7,500 XP, and I have double XP token activated is exfil. So I was like, round 26, let's go.
Yeah,
Or 27. We left on 27, I think. 26.
I need to get like some more melee kills and then I'm done. My knife is at 1,000 zombie kills, so that's what like the 5th camo or something like that, or 6th, I don't remember. But I got a ton of zombie kills with the
I
knife.
think I'm close to that.
So that's pretty cool. But
The Pack-a-Punch camos in the new map are different than the other two maps.
yes.
They look very cool.
Also, do you understand what the storyline is for this map?
Not really. I never really pay attention to storylines.
So there's like an old dude that's there who's from Vanguard. This is a Vanguard like story.
Oh yeah, that's what that guy's from. I saw the drunk
Yeah.
dude.
No, Ravenov is
Long hair?
He's from Cold War. So there's an old dude.
Oh.
His name is Kraft. He's from Vanguard, and you'll see there's some like red portals that are around the map. Those are from Vanguard. And
That makes sense where I've seen those before.
yeah,
Okay.
So
That's cool. I like that they're tying in old lore and stuff from other games.
here's the thing and this might be controversial, and I'm not saying this is a bad thing, okay? This feels like a Vanguard map.
I could see that.
And
Like maybe it was like one that they like.
I'm
didn't
not
finish?
saying it is a Vanguard map. I'm just saying it has that feel where it's because it's like,
Vulture 8 is great, by the way.
dude,
Fucking love that.
I love the jingle for it, by the way. The
It's
jingle's
such a good
so
perk
good.
of it. You get so much shit from it.
I'm still working on getting augments for it. I've got 2 so far, but I'm trying to.
I'm working on.
max out.
I'm finishing up Speed Cola first.
I have all the perks and the ammo mods done already, so I'm trying to get the new stuff that came out. What field upgrade have you been using? You've been using Energy Mine?
Yeah, but I'll start using the other ones once I finish the. I think I'll start working on those. I don't know. I think the ammo mods are more important to
Ammo
me.
mods are more important. Dude, so try out Frenzied Guard. That's a really good one. So it
Yeah,
refills.
I like
your,
the energy mine turrets because I can have like 3 down at once.
Yeah. So the thing is that with Frenzied Guard, it refills your armor, and then like
dope.
you're basically invincible unless you're stuck with the game.
Hmm.
So it's pretty cool. And then you see that max armor actually gives you 3 plates now. Like it gives you 3 plates back, so it fills up your stash.
Oh,
So
that's dope.
yeah, so
I saw you start with 3 gobblegums already now. That's
yeah,
kind of cool.
how do you do you like that?
I don't mind. Yeah. I mean,
Because
because, I mean, be honest. Like, what are you doing the first 3 rounds? I'm hitting the fucking gobblegum machine.
yeah, so a lot of people were like, "This sucks. It's just like Black Ops 4. We didn't like this in Black Ops 4, this and that." And I'm like, I don't know how I
People
feel about it
find the
yet.
weirdest things to complain about, man.
I at first I was like, I'm not sure if I like that. And then I went into my first match and I was like, well, I have my double points, I have my temporal gift, and then I have a soda fountain. So I can
I
uh
started with Perkaholic. Boom. First round, all my perks.
I can wait until I get a double points, pop my temporal gift, use that, hopefully get a bonus points by the end of it. If I don't, then I have another double points that I can use, right?
Yeah.
And then once I've got enough points, I can start opening up a bunch of doors, get a perk, and use soda fountain and get 2 of them at the
I
same time.
I think
So
gobblegums in this game. I mean, I used them in the other games that they had them in, but I think it's the most seamless in this one, at least from my
yes.
experience.
Have you felt like performance has changed at all with the most recent update?
I haven't really been playing that much this last week or two, so
they had to get a driver update, and so I feel like it feels different. I don't know why, but I was just wondering if that's just me or I don't know.
I
Um,
don't know.
but
I don't know.
bottom line, I think the map is good so far. I want to play it more.
I
It feels unique, that's for sure. It definitely
Yeah,
has.
I like the atmosphere of it and everything. I like it's pretty big. Like
Yeah.
I was like, this feels kind of small, and then I went underground and I was like, oh no, this is pretty cool. And like, dude, I love that it feels like it's easy to train on, similar to Liberty. Whereas I feel like Terminus is I think it's in between Liberty and Terminus as far as difficulty, in my opinion. I thought the
Yeah.
Pack-a-Punch was going to be harder when that thing opened up and the little boss zombie came out. I thought that was going to be a hard fight, and I killed that
Which
thing in 2 seconds.
that is a fun
Yeah, I like shooting
boss.
the locks off, and and it's like,
Well,
oh, here we
so
go.
what I think is really cool about it is it's like once you kill it, you're still not safe because it can actually damage you once it dies.
Oh yeah, because they explode. Yeah, they
Yeah,
look cool though.
yeah. Well, people were
I
like,
think they look cool.
they were like, this is just in an amalgam, but like smaller. And
Like I
I'm like,
said, I think the people who complain about stuff like that, they're literally sitting there farting into a jar and smelling it, and they're
dude.
like,
So
oh, yeah,
I,
but this.
I don't know if this is true, but what I heard is that the doppelgasts can actually turn into amalgams, which is a cool mechanic if that's actually true.
Yeah, I
Um,
have not seen that yet. I got to round 26. I think that it's I think it's cool they got the vermin and the flying
for
things
the
this time.
rounds, yeah.
I think
Did
I like that mix. You think
did
they're gonna bring dogs back later?
they did it in Modern Warfare Zombies and Cold War, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did it for this as well. Because they
Did
actually had
I
what?
would be over. I know it's a long shot, but please, please give us a zombie map every season.
I
It will feel like
know
we actually get a lot of content. And have you seen the rumors?
that there's gonna be another Black Ops game next year.
No, the rumors that I heard is that like they're gonna keep dropping content like this, and it's basically gonna be a 2 year game. They just haven't said so because they said so preemptively last time, and then changed their mind because the game performed bad. So they had to go back on what they
Oh,
said, and like the Microsoft takeover complicated things. So the rumor is right now that they're finding stuff in the files that hint that it's gonna be a 2 year game cycle for this game, and they just haven't said it yet because they don't want to prematurely say that.
so on some bad news for Black Ops 6, okay? I sent you an article about
Oh, the AI shit. Yeah.
yeah. So there's some voice actors from
Let me just say real quick, this sangria flavor is so good. It's so unique, man. Good.
um.
Hidden Blade, Assassin's Creed flavor.
So
Get you some.
so
Go Danny D.
Jesus Christ, bro.
20% off. Get the
um.
Shrek one too. I'm just kidding.
Uh.
Just keep talking.
Black Ops 6's main crew for zombies, I think most of them have actually like left right now because according to their contract, they're not protected against AI being used. And so in this
The
map,
gaming industry in general isn't really protected against AI. I mean, even Hollywood is like
yeah.
dealing with that right now.
So I don't know if you've noticed, but Sam sounds different.
I'm gonna be totally honest. I could care less, but I get why it's a issue.
Well, I'm not saying it's. I'm not like. No, they need to bring him back. Like, no, I'm just saying like
I'm
I'm
I'm more
noticing it.
concerned. I'm more concerned with the. I mean, they say that the emblems look like they were made with AI.
Oh yes, yeah.
Did
Actually,
you
so
see the Did you see the loading
the
screen?
loading screen of a zombie with six
It's got
fingers.
I showed Bobby. I was like, "Hey, they're saying this was made with AI. Can you tell why? Does anything look off to you with this?" And she's like, "No." And I'm like, "Look at the hand." And she goes, "What the hell?" His finger. It's just like six. There's an extra. It's like
It's just
an
a
extra
random one right
finger,
here.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, that's their job, and they didn't catch it. That's
Yeah,
bad.
dude, and like it's a part of an event.
Yeah.
I mean, it just makes me feel like they just rushed it. I mean, because you
I
got this event is supposed to end on like the 16th, so they must be doing another event for Christmas.
There's two events right now.
Well, yeah, there's the Gobblegum. I love how much they keep giving us more stuff to do. I love it. I wish I
Yeah.
had more time to play the game.
Me
I really
too.
do. I'm if we play some Call of Duty this weekend, I think I'm like 16,000 XP away from being Prestige 3. Like I'm level 55 right now.
I've been
Um,
slacking. So almost every week up until this week, I've been doing a prestige, and now I'm slowing down. And
I can't
kinda
do
sucks.
that. I got a family, motherfucker. I can't do it. It's
Are
too
you
much.
are you playing tonight or no?
Maybe I'm like I said, I'm taking Bobby to see Y2K, so maybe when I get
Oh
back.
yeah, probably
It's a
tomorrow then.
it's an early show. Oh, you go to bed earlier.
Yeah, I might not though. I took a nap earlier. I'll probably be awake longer than I need to be.
I'll let you know when I'm on my way home so we can hop on. I'm gonna go live on YouTube after we're done recording this. Um and then maybe work on my shot list before it's time to go on the date.
Um,
Uh
but bottom line, Cox Internet sucks. Thank you for ruining my experience today. The 2 days that I have off, you guys have ruined it. So thanks.
who the hell names their shit Cox?
I remember you were talking about one time you had some was it a hotspot or I don't remember, but it your game accidentally updated while you were gone.
Oh yeah,
and
and
you
it
get
maxed
back.
out my hotspot. I was like, I can't play, guys. Sorry. You're like, what? I'm like, I literally am out of data. My shit
Yeah,
updated
I
and it
I
fucked me.
I hate that. So okay, an example of a good internet provider, Spectrum does not have a data limit as far as I'm aware. Okay, like when
Yeah,
I
I
was,
don't think Xfinity does either, depending on what state you're in. In California, they charge out the ass for everything. They find every way to charge you.
yeah, so
California.
Cox, you guys suck. The fact that I can only get a terabyte of
It's like Comcast.
yeah, cock
Cock.
cable.
Screw Cox. I'm switching to Comcast.
That's that Mike Tyson thing, huh? He's like watch me fight Peter McNeely on Comcast Cablevision or something.
Yeah. That's what it was. No, guys, if you want to laugh, go listen to some listen to like watch Mike Tyson's best interview moments. There was that one time where he was on that talk show, and the guy said something rude to him, and like in the middle of while Mike Tyson's talking, you could tell his intrusive thoughts won, and he's like, "Yeah, this is you're a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit. Ah, no, fuck you. You're a piece of shit." And it's just, and then he just gets up and leaves. But like, so he did.
Well, so dude, so
Dude, where did those gifts come from? Have you seen all those Mike Tyson gifts where he's got like glasses on and he's like,
oh yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
there's the one where he's like,
I don't know. He's that guy's done
where the
some,
hell?
that guy. So Mike Tyson's funny because he's a scary dude, but that guy, like, I think he just has fun because he has that one show, or he had that one show with Norm Macdonald, where Norm Macdonald was a pigeon.
R.I.P. man. Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Don't make it sad, man. Anyways, he was a pigeon.
I
in
loved
that show.
listening to Norm Macdonald talk because of his voice.
You're making it sad, man. I don't want to think about
No,
it, man.
like whatever.
I
You're the one making it sad. I'm just paying respect.
I know, but it does suck that he's
Oh, dude,
gone,
I
man.
saw a video of Robin Williams and Jim Varney talking the other day, and it made me so sad. It was like two legends in one video that are gone too soon.
Well, because there's one. What was it? There was some talk show that Norm Macdonald was on, and I remember it was I think not long before he actually like died from. I think he had cancer, right? Um,
I think so. Yeah, I think that's what it was.
but I think
Like
the
stomach cancer, dude. Stomach cancer seems like such a shitty one to go with, man.
yeah
Like bad.
anything digestive related sucks.
Yeah, you gotta shit in a bag until you die, and then meanwhile, like, I don't know, like anything to do with the digestive system, it just automatically makes me think like you can't enjoy food anymore, you know? And food is such
Well,
a lovely thing to enjoy
a
in
really
life.
rough one is God, who's the? I'm forgetting his name. Um, the guy from Die Hard, Bruce Willis.
Oh, dementia?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, he has like a really rapid one too, because
yeah.
like he went from like,
Well, his is rough
I
'cause
mean, it
he
was
was
like he had like early side effects that I like,
yeah.
because like Kevin Smith like came out and apologized because they made Cop Out, and I guess what happened is like he wasn't aware that he had issues with that, and like he was like giving him shit for not knowing his lines and stuff, and it's like, no, bro, literally can't remember them. And then like the more movies that Bruce Willis did, he was talking less and less, and then it got to the point where he didn't talk, and had like you could see he had like a mic in his ear, and somehow people did not know, but it's because his manager was pimping him out, trying to make as much money as he could before he couldn't
I
act
think
anymore.
did they use his likeness or something like that for like AI stuff in China?
Yeah, I mean the whole thing with him is very shitty, but I mean he's still alive, and like you see pictures all the time, and it's sad though because in those pictures he always looks like he doesn't know where the hell he is.
I think there one of the pictures they showed he had like missing teeth. I was like, dang.
Yeah, he doesn't have long. Really sad, man.
Um,
'Cause your brain literally just stops working.
yeah, that's rough, man.
Yeah.
Um,
I just watched Armageddon. We're gonna talk about it. I just watched Armageddon last night. I was like, fuck, I love Bruce Willis, man.
oh, I didn't know he was in that.
It's like the main character.
I've never seen Armageddon. I just know you made a video about it.
Oh, that one. Well, that
Yeah,
was because I watched Deep Impact.
yeah.
I'll talk about it in a moment, but anyways, your internet shit. You done talking about that?
Yeah, I'm done talking about cock cable and Comcast.
Last big topic. There was the big California earthquake, which was very scary because they like put like 5 million people on tsunami warning. And I
Yeah.
used to live in San Francisco, and in San Francisco they were telling people, "Hey, we're in the tsunami range," so everybody was having to like evacuate to higher ground. I was like, the Coast Guard air station is right there by the base, so I wonder if they're what they're how they're handling it, but they're kind of protected, I guess, in the little like harbor area that they're in. But the rumor I was seeing online, because we've had all this UFO talk lately, where people are seeing UFOs everywhere right now,
Yeah,
man.
there's some over like a military
Everywhere.
base in New Jersey or something like that. Is what I was seeing.
I saw that they said military bases in the UK.
Dude, did you hear that some dude shot a drone out of the sky recently?
No, but
There's just a drone flying over
not
someone's
surprising.
house, and he just shot it with a pistol, and he got arrested for it. I was like, dude, what the?
That's crazy. Fuck you. Anyways, did you see that UFO footage that I can't remember where it was. I don't know if it was Arizona or I don't know. I heard they saw one out here in New Mexico.
you
I
talking
look
about-
at the skies a
Are you
lot,
talking
man.
about the one that they sent you, that you sent me recently?
Yeah,
or-
where there was like two of them.
Yeah, I did see that. I don't know this thing though. So
People were trying to explain, oh, it's just the lights doing this, and then somebody tried to recreate it, and no, those are you can literally see them turn on and off, and it's pitch black night. All the lights are on that are going to be on for the night. Like it just doesn't, and they're triangle shaped. It doesn't make any sense.
tier 3.
You can like
Black
see
Manta.
the outline of them. That's what people were saying what they were.
I hope it's all man-made.
I mean, I would rather it be that than be aliens who are
Well,
like
actually, let me rephrase that.
slowly coming here to like
I
take over.
I hope it's American made. I don't want it to be like, you know, like
Yeah, Chinese drones.
no, dude, imagine it's like Zimbabwe. Like it's like they're like super far ahead of us and we have no
Dropping
idea.
a bomb.
Freaking Wakanda forever, bro. Like
Dude, but anyways, what I was gonna say is that the earthquake happened and it was a 7.0, which is I think they
that's
say
pretty
only like,
high.
yeah, on average there's only like 18 of those worldwide every year. So like very rare to see an earthquake of that magnitude. And then the tsunami warning, but then nothing really happened. Like they didn't see any tsunamis, so that was kind of odd. Like it looked like the water was receding, and I was like, "Oh shit, they might actually have a tsunami hit California," and then nothing. So, but the rumor on social media was that they bombed an alien base or something underwater, and off the coast of California.
Oh, so okay, for context, we were kind of like talking about it before we started recording. Like we didn't get too deep in it. It was just like, I brought it up, or you brought it up, or somebody brought it up. Um, anyways,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, what do they like detonate a nuke underwater? And you were like, well, we'll talk about it. So
yeah.
maybe that'd be
I mean, a
interesting.
7.0. I mean, I feel like if a nuke was detonated off the shores of California, it would be a pretty big. It would register as a big one. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be like, oh, like, there's a 3.5. You know what I mean? It was like, no, that was a 7.0. And like I saw the videos where and I mean other people were saying were like, oh, if they detonated a bomb near that fault line, it would cause earthquakes because there was all the aftershocks. So I don't know. Who knows? We're in a conspiracy corner now, but that's interesting to think about. But either way, I'm glad there was no tsunami and people are safe. Is that
Yeah.
scary? I was looking at Reddit and people are speculating that sometimes when there's a big earthquake like that, that means it could be like a precursor to the big one that they've been talking about. It's supposed to hit San Francisco and be like a 9 point something. Um, I mean, 7.0 and higher is scary as hell, man. I'm surprised we didn't hear about anybody dying, but I think it's because it was so far off the coast.
I think people did die.
I didn't hear about it, and the news didn't seem to be talking about it.
Probably because they're more worried about freaking aliens, dude. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is if there are aliens and something's gonna happen, better happen soon, man. Because I'm tired. I'm just.
Yeah, I know the joke. Every time I see a UFO video now, I look at the comments and everybody's like, "So, can I stop paying taxes yet?
Yeah, I know.
I still have to pay rent this month."
So, I mean, I still gotta drive to work, man. Yeah.
People are like, "I don't care. I gotta pay taxes." I am surprised more people aren't like, "Yo, what the hell's going on?" Because, I mean, it is like it
I
seems like
think
every other day now there's a new sighting
I
and
think
people got
it's
footage of
I
it.
think it's because people don't care
Did
until
you,
like we
did you
see
see
something
the
like an
UK
actual.
airport shit?
No,
The
what?
pilot snuck a video, and there's like this giant blue ball sitting at the airport, and then people are saying that they saw it shoot up into the sky.
You'll have to
There's
send it to
footage
me.
of this thing, and they used AI to check and see if it was fake and stuff, and it said it was real.
That's the really scary thing is we have AI that's like really good now. Like, dude,
And
I keep
yes,
seeing the same. So there's a picture of a dog with an apple in its mouth, and it's like like it's like it's the caption is like really broken English. Like instead of dog, it says doc, right? It's like some stupid meme, right? Well, the thing that I'm seeing on Instagram, and it's I don't know when this trend started, but they're taking this picture of the dog and they're turning it into a video, and it'll be something stupid where like a missile like hits the ground behind it, and the dog freaks out and drops the apple on the ground, right?
yeah,
But the thing is, like, the dog is making like actual facial expressions that dogs would make if they were surprised or scared, right? And it's
yeah. It's just,
crazy.
it gets better every day, man. It's better every day.
So that's
I saw there was I can't remember what there was some movie studio person who was talking about AI, and he was like, "We're working on one production right now, and it's using AI to work on the special effects and stuff has actually created jobs." The opposite of what people are worried about, because somebody has to come in and like verify that it looks right. They have to train it. They have to put in the parameters
yeah.
that they want and tweak it and take feedback and put it into it. Like it's not. It might be. People are worried that AI is going to replace people. I think that the only people that should be really worried about that is actors. I think visual effects artists can use it to build a foundation to work with and speed things up because no offense, like visual effects artists are some talented motherfuckers, but they still take forever to do stuff. That's why
Yeah.
freaking Into the Spider-Verse 3 or whatever it is delayed as much as it is because they said that they literally were working dangerous hours cuz I mean, I'm listening to an audiobook right now that's about like how to live your best life, you know? And it's like this dude who he's like me where he's always like working and when he's not working he feels like a piece of shit. That's how I am. If I feel lazy I feel bad about it. And so anyways he was talking about sleep. That was like the number one. The first chapter was about sleep because so many people neglect sleep. He said if you're up for more than 16 hours it is the equivalent to like having a couple of drinks. Like literally your brain is not working at full capacity. It's impaired. And so these people are working on movies, doing all the visual effects, doing whatever it is, and they're not getting enough sleep, so they miss stuff, and then it turns into like, you know, Game of Thrones with the fucking Starbucks cup and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they just miss
Or
it.
what
They're
was
not,
it?
they're half asleep.
Was it Harry Potter? Or was Lord of the Rings? Where somebody had a freaking watch. I think it was Lord of the Rings. Someone had a watch on.
Yeah, I don't know, but anyways, to me, it's like okay. I think that visual, like okay, for example, my recommendation this week is Armageddon. I watched Armageddon last night, and then the night before that, I watched Deep Impact, which I had never seen. They came out at the same time in 1998, and they're both about Deep Impact's about a giant comet coming towards Earth. Armageddon's about a giant meteor coming towards the Earth, like a planet killer. Um, and Deep Impact had a $70 million budget. Armageddon had a $140 million budget. Deep Impact CGI looks like something you would see on the Sci-Fi Channel today. Like it's bad. Does not hold up at all. Like, have you ever seen those videos where it's like the Statue of Liberty getting hit by a wave and stuff like that, and the
Yeah.
buildings? That's from Deep Impact.
Oh.
Yeah. Armageddon CGI, on the other hand, looks like it could have come out today. It's so good. And so I think what AI is going to do is it's going to make that higher end looking CGI more affordable. Like you'll be able to access that level of CGI and visual effects on a smaller budget because they'll have machine learning to do it for them. So I think I don't think it's gonna replace jobs. I think it's gonna make things cheaper and more efficient. And I think people care enough that they won't let it replace jobs. But there is a lot of fishy stuff with actors, specifically voice actors and things like that, that it's causing issues because when it comes to voice acting, you literally like it's not even using your image; it's just your voice, which can be recreated with AI. So it's like that's some sketchy stuff. And the video game industry is kind of fucked because they don't have unions. That's the biggest problem. They need to unionize. I don't know why they haven't yet. Visual effects artists are, I think, are just now starting to unionize because that was the new thing, you know, that only came about in the last like 30 years. Um, but yeah, the video game industry needs to get their shit together because I think they make more money than the film industry at this
I
point,
believe they do.
and they are so unregulated, man.
Yeah. Well, I will
I don't
say.
know how they haven't like because I mean a lot of times the way that unions are started is by striking,
Yeah.
and I think so many people are worried that if they strike and not
They'll
enough
just.
people do, they just get fired. You know?
Yeah. So I will say
Um,
the thing that I have done with AI that really does make me realize like how I guess easy it is to replace a voice actor's job is when I had like some mods made for Fallout where I was making my own little radio stations and I literally used 11 labs for that. Like I there was like a Santa Claus voice they had and I had that voice as the radio host and it
yeah,
sounded pretty good. Like you'd have to rerun it a few times before it was perfect. But then I'd still have to go and splice the audio so that it sounded exactly right.
yeah. It's not perfect yet, but I'd give it another year. You know what I mean? I think it'll
Well,
be
that
pretty
mind
close.
you, this was a year ago. So now I bet you if that voice is back up, it sounds even better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been using so I when it comes to screenwriting and filmmaking, I don't use AI for creative stuff. I use it for research. Like I
Okay.
find it really useful for research. It saves me a lot of time trying to
Yeah.
scour the internet for stuff that I could just ask this thing and it finds it for me. But it also is interesting because it's like it's so good at talking to you like it's an actual human. Like I will say, this and that, and I have this question. Like here's the circumstances. This is my question. Gives me the answer, and then I'm like, so just this and that, and I'm good. And it's like, yeah, that should be sufficient enough for this, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then it's like, good luck on your film, and I'm like, thanks.
Dude,
Like,
I thought it was
you know what I mean? It's
crazy.
like a
So
human.
you want to know the really freaky thing? So I tried Grok today before we started, and I was like, okay, make a picture of a dog riding a bike, right? And it makes a picture of like an anthropomorphic dog riding a bike. And I was like, no, 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 no. Like I want it to look like an actual dog. Don't make it a human, right? Like I want it to be a dog body, right? And the next one, I was like, all right, good job, Grok. And he goes, thanks, Chris. And I'm like, how do you know my name?
Yeah. You're
And
like, what
and
the fuck?
yeah, because my name is not in my username, and it went off of the last name and then the first initial that was like given to
And
it,
found it.
and found it. I think. I was like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
That
Well,
freaked me out. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay.
no, one thing that I have seen people in the film industry use it pretty regularly for now is shot decks and stuff. So I'm gonna try doing that. Where like basically I have my shot list, and I want to be able to pull up a file and go, okay, this is what I'm thinking the shot. This is what I was picturing. Like this is what it looks like. It can either be a still from a movie, it can be an AI generated image, which most of the time I think AI will actually like get you to what you specifically want, because you look at other movies, it's never going to be exactly what you want. It's what that movie did, but
Mhm.
something similar. And so I'm excited to try it out for my shot deck because I have like 500, and I mean we're talking about like 25 different shots a day for 23 days. So it's like 550 shots I need to have examples for, and I think that's going to be the most efficient and specific way to do it, is to just use AI to generate stills.
Yeah, and so one thing that I feel bad about is with some of the coding that I do, right? And I mean, just to be clear, like I'm mainly doing coding for fun, right? Um, but when I do code, I I have built like this repository of things that I can do, like little functions that I can do. Um, and it'll be like, oh, I'm using PowerShell to access an Excel spreadsheet, and I will filter it so it only shows this specific stuff. I'll copy and I'll paste it, and I'll resort it in a different way so I can start making graphs with it, right? A lot of different steps that come from that. You have a bunch of if-else statements. You have to import certain things, but all of that knowledge came from me literally looking it up on Bing, and Copilot would pop up and be like, "Oh, this is how you do it in PowerShell." I'm like, "All right, cool." I think I get this weird imposter syndrome where it's like I don't actually know how to code. I just
Hmm.
remember the things that I found, and I like will go back and I will copy and paste it, or I just remember it because I've done it so many times, right? And it's that's the only thing that's been kind of weird for me, is it's like, did I actually learn, or am I just like copying, you know?
Yeah, like I think it's a great learning tool if you don't let it do all of the work for you. You're using it
Yes.
to, and that's where I stand with it for filmmaking. I'm like, but that's the thing, is like I have had times where I'm like, hey, here's this scene. Does this dialogue sound realistic? And it'll be like,
Yes, but
yes, it does sound realistic, but if you want to make it sound more like this or smoother or this or that, you could try something like this. And I'm like, that does not sound like, to me, that sounds like you assumed that this character is this ethnicity and talks this way and had this upbringing, and like it just, when it comes to creativity, it assumes a lot, and it's not good at it. Like there's still that human touch when it comes to writing that it can't do. And I feel like if I read a script and knew it was made by AI, I would be able to tell right away.
Yeah, well, I'll talk to you more about that after we're done because there's we're at like what, an hour and
Yeah, we
35
definitely
minutes.
should
We should
wrap it
probably
up. But
head out, but yeah, no, that's AI is getting pretty interesting. I mean, every day like there's
I'm more
something
afraid
new.
of somebody plugging AI and doing their own stuff with it, and then all of a sudden becomes sentient. That's what I'm scared of.
I don't think we're gonna be there anytime soon. But anyways, so as far as my recommendation for the week, it's a YouTube channel called Electro Boom. He's pretty popular. Um, what he does is he's kind of like edutainment, but he talks about like electrical concepts, and so um, it's not just like, oh, here's how a circuit works, right? Like almost every video, he ends up shocking himself like every single time. And if there's a video that you may have seen from him, there's like an old equals three video that has a clip from
Yeah, I've
him.
seen this guy's videos. Yeah.
Yeah, so the clip that you might recognize if you're someone who does not know who Electro Boom is, there's a clip where it's a guy like, oh, here's how you make an electric guitar, and he basically just plugs like some wires into an electrical socket and then hooks it up to some cables and then he strums it and just shocks the crap out of him.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
Yeah, yeah, and so that guy like he's
Electro
kind
Boom.
of known for doing stuff like that where he does shock himself, but
Very fitting name.
there's a really funny video from him where he makes what's called a Jacob's ladder, and it's just like a thing where you have like these really big arcs that go across, right? And he built it like really crappily, and it fell on him. And
And shocked them.
yeah, and he's like, luckily, like I was using alligator clips to like hook everything up, and they came loose when it fell, so I didn't kill myself. But I was like,
Jesus.
Jesus, bro.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, but
Electricity scares me, man.
yeah, no, I have a lot of
Gotta
respect for what he
respect
does,
that.
man, because he's very smart, but he puts himself in danger like
Yeah,
all the time,
that,
man.
that's the thing I've always respected about his videos is that like you have to know what you're doing to be making stuff like that. You
Yeah,
can't just, shock yourself for entertainment and not
and
put yourself at risk.
and not to mention, there's times where like he makes very stupid mistakes because he has made those mistakes in his actual job, and he wants to show you like this happens. Like make sure that you're careful and stuff like that. Biggest one is if you hook a capacitor up backwards, it will explode, right? And so he's done that before. He goes, oh yeah, I hooked it up backwards or whatever, and you'll see it like slowly puff up and then, right?
I
So,
remember when I was in the Coast Guard, somebody was working on a tug
uh-huh.
like that they used to pull aircraft, right? And they have these big ass batteries in the back because they're electric. They got rid of the gas ones because they had all kinds of issues with that. Um, and somebody was like, we had like daily checks at the forward operating base that I was at in LA. Like we had to check our own equipment, and that was like something that normally other people would do, not the aircraft maintenance people. And somebody was showing a new guy how to like check them, and he just so happened to have been carrying a wrench with him, like a full metal wrench, and he left it on there, and it got welded to the fucking battery because he accidentally put it on both connectors. That was the craziest thing. I was like, "Whoa!" There's just like a bunch of flashes, and then we look, and it's just fucking welded.
Well, did you guys just like what did you have to do? Was the battery just dead
They,
at that point?
I
Like
forgot. They
they
were
should
like
have shorted it.
they were like unplug that thing right now, and like somebody had to fix it. I think they just replaced that battery or whatever, which
Yeah,
was a whole
because
ordeal. But
if it gets welded to the terminals, that thing is like shorting the battery out, and that thing can
I don't
go
think it
off.
even turned on and off. They're like, oh, it's not even like, because it was just a switch you flip and it's like, oh, it's on, oh, it's off, like, and it wouldn't turn on anymore. So I think he did short it. But that
Jesus,
I was like, what
Jesus
the
Christ.
I just saw flashes. Like it literally looked like somebody was welding, and there's the wrench. Just
Have you ever welded before? I don't think you have, right?
no, I've never welded, but I've always respected it because it's definitely a craftsmanship. Like
Yeah.
there's good and bad welding for sure. Like I've seen people look and they're like, man, who the fuck welded this? This looks like shit.
Yeah, no, welding's fun. There's a specific smell that you get from it, and
Yeah.
it's not a it's not necessarily a bad smell. I know it's a really weird thing to pick out about welding, but it's what I remember when I did do it. Um, there's a very specific smell, and it's like I don't know. It's almost nostalgic for me because I remember doing that welding project. It was when I was making like a Bitcoin or not Bitcoin. It was a Ethereum. It was an Ethereum mining rig, and I got a bunch of steel off of I think Home Depot, and I just welded up this thing to put motherboards on and stuff like that. And I think I spent like a whole week doing it. And
Yeah, people get paid really well to weld.
yeah, I suck at it. I'm really
Underwater
bad at
welding
it.
is underwater welding is really cool to watch. Have you ever seen videos of that? It's scary
I
though, because
have.
people
Yeah,
get
it's scary. Yeah.
yeah, reverse pressure, like working on boats and stuff like that. Like people get sucked through like a hole the size of a soda can. Fucking scary. But anyways, check out Armageddon. Check out Electric Boom.
Electro boom, not electric. You gotta make sure it's correct.
Electro Boom.
Electro boom.
Deep Impact was a movie I'll probably never watch again. It was so like lifeless, but Armageddon is like 10 times better, man. Both of my reviews are on Letterboxd for both those films though, Deep Impact and Armageddon. Armageddon is fun. Definitely worth a watch. I'm definitely gonna watch it again someday. It's Michael Bay, man, with a huge blockbuster budget and a insane cast. But that's it for this week. Danny Dorito 23 on everything for real-time updates. Buy some G Fuel, get some Fit Butters with code DannyD, and join our Discord for free and join the Patreon.
Peace.
Later, guys. See you next week.